Hi-yo, Christopher Robert Cornelius, trying to survive, working hard at surviving in northern Missouri. Got my new glasses today. What do you guys think about that, huh? What do you think about these new glasses? I wanted to get the darkening shades ones, but they couldn't. My Medicare wouldn't cover it. But I did get these fancy Ray-Bans, kind of gold trimmed. Not sure what to think about it. But I'm gonna try and get in 20 minutes on my phone here before it dies. I am once again walking out to my father's house. I asked my friend Shay to help me out with a little bit of cab fare, and he sent me $15, which you think would be enough, but it's really not really enough. The cheapest quote I got was $19 with Uber. And so right about that time, right when I was getting ready to go out, then I got a call from Spec Shop saying my glasses were done, and since they were like 2 weeks late, so I had to wait like 4 weeks for them. I didn't know what to do. So I went ahead and walked. I walked to get my shades, and I said screw it. I went to the everything's the like the Dollar Tree. Everything's the dollar store. Everything's really $1.25 now. And got a couple lemonades, a couple of tuna and chicken salads on the go with cracker type lunchable things, and a rice pudding with some silverware. And I figure I will stop somewhere along the way, need some lunch, probably Platte River. Platte River. So this weather's crazy, you know. Fucking freezing cold at night, like below freezing almost. So fucking cold you can't hardly stand it. I don't know. I know I miss Sarah. And since we last talked, Sarah, I came home that one day after we had fought, and I stayed gone most of the day. When I got back there, it just sounded awfully quiet, so I just sat on the front porch. And about 8:30 or 9, they were leaving. The Russian and Sarah. And they said, "Why don't you come with us?" And I said, "No, I don't really feel like it." He said, no, come with us, man. Well, we're going gambling. And I'm like, I don't have the money. And the Russian said, no, come on, I'll pay for your gambling. Which that kind of thing makes me suspicious. I don't just pay for somebody else's gambling, you know? Never have I. Just, why? So I went gambling with Sarah and the Russian, me sitting in the back seat. And I was going to post online the recording that I have, because what happened was we went up there gambling, and I said I'm gonna go in here and to this other gas station, put my money on my game. So I did, and when I did, I left my phone in the car on the floorboard to record them. And sure enough, what I record, but them trying to figure out how to not bring me back home with them. So that when I finally do get home with them, we get there, pull into the driveway, and I start running up the stairs to get in there because I'm tired. I want to lay down. Hell, was kind of chilly out, you know. Didn't even have my jacket. And they both said, what are you trying to get in there ahead of us for? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I didn't know it was a race. Anyway, they wouldn't let me in. Sarah went in, locked the door behind her, left me and the Russian out front. So I sat there playing on my phone while the Russian's working on her car. He's out front just screaming and fucking yelling his head off. Because he's not a mechanic and he doesn't know how to work on cars. He's getting all pissed off. And he really is. He's yelling and fucking screaming at the top of his fucking lungs. Out in the driveway of a yellow tagged house. And Sarah's inside doing Lord knows what. And I'm sitting there starting to get cold. I'm like, what the fuck? She totally turned turncoat on me and turned traitor. And whatever they conspired against me. It says because I was yelling or whatever, but I mean, he was yelling. They yelled at me and asked me why I was trying to get in the house before them. They say I yelled at him. It doesn't matter. What does matter is that he's a liar and a fat mouth and a piece of fucking shit. And if he's watching this video, I hope he sees it. Because next time I fucking see him out, I just gotta remember to fucking control my temper. Anyway, that was the last time I really ever saw Sarah. That is the last time I saw Sarah. That was a couple weeks ago, I guess, 2 weeks ago. And the first message I got from her was, could you? You fucking stole the dog's food. And you stole the wipes or something. So I messaged her back and said, no. This is where the wipes are at. This is where his food is at. I'm not a thief, I don't steal. And then she said back to me, she just couldn't handle all the fucking lying and the stealing and the cheating. But I haven't cheated on her in years. I never stolen anything from her, ever. I told her I didn't steal from her because I loved her. I didn't steal from her because it's wrong. So, you know, I'm just dumbfounded. I really don't understand. And here I am. I'm left homeless. She's got all my clothes, and my docks, and my jackets, and my hats. What little things I do own, she has in her storage unit. And I remember when she got that storage unit, I kept trying to say to her, you sure you don't want to go in half? You sure you don't want to go in half? Because I knew what was going to happen, you know? I knew I'd lose all my stuff with her calling me a thief. That Russian guy, you know, he told us, oh, in return for helping me fix up the house and clean up the house, I'll let you guys live there and blah, blah, blah. I did some checking. Called the county assessor's office, found out that it's not actually his house. His name's not on the deed of that house. He doesn't own that house. Plus, he was fined $2,500 for stealing electricity, and they yanked the meter off of it. So that's something right then. I mean, you're not gonna get electricity on in there again unless you do the legal way. That means you've been lying to me and Sarah from the beginning. So much so that the county assessor even said to me, repeat the address, and I told her, and she said, let me guess, he promised you and your girlfriend to let you stay there as long as you helped him fix it up. I said, how would you know something like that? And she said, well, you're not the first couple he said this to and didn't cause problems with. She said she's pretty sure the last couple that came in through there, whatever happened, but the man ended up being arrested. And then later, the man's girlfriend, who was still staying there, later filed charges, ex parte order against Dan the Russian, because he came onto her and tried to put his hands on her or something. I don't know. I don't really care. All I know is now I'm homeless, really homeless, sleeping on the street homeless. I'm not really quite sure what to do. I can't get into an apartment because of my evictions and because I owe HUD money to Housing Authority because of the eviction of mine. So that stops me from getting HUD funded houses or HUD funded rentals, and having the eviction in Buchanan County stops me from getting any rental anywhere anyway. So unless somebody decides, oh, I own this house I'm willing to rent Chris a room, you know, or they decide that whatever they decide, you know, I have this, I'm willing to be nice and give this to Chris or whatever, you know. And I started thinking about my life. It always seems like I have these people come into my life. They're my friends, sometimes a family member. And without me asking for it, you know, they'll just offer me help. Offer me help in the form of money. Offer me help in the form of whatever. But every time it always goes for a while and then they don't want to help me out anymore. So I become dependent on them. I become dependent on them. God damn, I'm trying to get a better view so the fucking sun. Anyway, I'm so fucking heartsick and heartbroken because I thought she'd at least be my friend, you know. I thought we'd at least help each other out, you know. She won't get off the shit, you know. Beautiful day. Beautiful fucking day. I'm going out here to try and get some sleep and try and talk my dad into once again trying to, you know, convince him how it would be in everybody's best interest if, you know, if they would just allow me to put a tiny home out there on 85th Road. Because otherwise, I'm going to be 50 years old next month. And I see myself being homeless basically the rest of my life. I so badly just want to live out in the country where my forefathers have all lived. And I don't understand why that's not possible. I don't want to be homeless in St. Joe. sleeping on people's couches at the age of 50. My dad said it wasn't his problem that I'm homeless, you know? And it's not his problem. I'm not trying to make it his problem. I'm just trying to pay my own way. How am I ever supposed to get a leg up figure anything out when I can't even figure out where I'm gonna fucking sleep every night? And how does a woman say, I love you, I'm in love with you, I'm not in love with him, but then go have sex with him, cheating on me, and then come back to me and accuse me of cheating? I just don't understand it. And I don't understand why my heart hurts so bad and why I want somebody back so badly that fucking did me so fucking wrong. I'm lost working hard at surviving in northern Missouri. I want to live in the country. I want to write my book. I want to ride a motorcycle again. I want to be free.